Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a weekly horoscope from November the 5th until November the 11th. And this is for 2017, and it's for you coming from Aries. So let's start with November the 5th, which is a Sunday. It starts well enough for you, but it produces some stress as well. And it can produce some tendencies for an argument or a debating nature from you. So try to avoid this. Also, take the soft approach when you speak to anybody. So the planet of communications on this Sunday morning and afternoon and early evening is very ripe and very busy. So you need to control your tongue. Think 1 or 2 seconds before you say or do anything, and everything will be fine. You need a timetable for this November the 5th morning, afternoon and early evening period, because there's a scattering of energy from you. Too many things happening. I suggest that you let others also take control of planning in this period of the day. That way you will not be put too much under stress. It's also the planet of speed. So you have to drive carefully and you have to do everything a little slowly. The evening and nightfall period is not good, and there are planets there which frustrate you. Your plans may be postponed for the evening and nightfall period. You may be disappointed very badly about something or another, and if you are out socializing, you could be oversensitive to criticism and therefore want to argue a point forever. So if you don't really have to socialize in the evening or nightfall period, just go back to the safety of your own home. But if you have to be out with your business people or colleagues or the people you love, be careful. Do not argue and don't say things which you will regret later. Let's go to November the 6th, which starts very miserably for you. While leaving home, there can be already problems in the home front, which a lot of pressure of something or another. Stay calm, control your temper, because the planet of temper is also roaming around. Don't blow your top. The morning, evening and night and the morning, afternoon and the early evening period are going to be very troublesome for you. It's a working day, it's a Monday. You have to be careful that whatever you do, mistakes can be made, blame can come, relationship problems are seen, business partnerships can also trouble you. So getting along with people is the priority. Definitely don't want to show your temper and don't want to be arrogant, and you'll be able to manage the morning, afternoon and early evening better. You need to focus on your job, because making mistakes on this morning, afternoon, early evening are very ripe to happen. Now the evening and nightfall period becomes the extreme opposite and becomes very good and lucky for you. So probably you may find solutions which you could not find earlier part of the day. So be patient in the earlier part of the day. Don't be demanding, because some solutions will come in the evening and nightfall period. This evening and nightfall period becomes good for you in the sense of socializing and wanting to go on. But this planet, who earlier part of the day caused problems, doesn't just disappear. She is a female planet. She also moves into the evening and nightfall period. And so the problems are going to follow you, but you will have more control in the evening and nightfall period as compared to the earlier part of the day. November the 7th starts very nicely and brilliantly for you and is going to end beautifully as well. You are given 24 hours to get things done, to get what you want. And you got these 24 hours which are producing a lot of luck for you. So go ahead and plan right from the start. As you leave home, things are better. As you reach your place of work or in business, if you are doing in business, then you will find good luck awaits you, good news comes your way. So be active, make your phone calls, ask favors. If you are not active, you'll see that these planets are waiting to get some activity from you. They don't, so they make it a pretty tame, nice, good day. Morning and afternoon, that's not good enough. This is a very special day for you, and it produces plenty of good energy. So get cracking at your place of work, get cracking in business, have lunch with people who matter to you. A lot of good things can happen. Evening and nightfall period actually becomes better. And so all the things you are doing and all the whatever you are planning in the earlier part of the day materializes very nicely. You are rewarded in many ways. You are given opportunities in romance. If you are looking for, this is a perfect day to go chasing for it. You will be able to bond in all areas with colleagues and with business people and even with the people you love. So have lunch with the people who matter to you and even socialize in the evening and the nightfall period. So it's a wonderful day. Try to make the most of it. November the 8th, Wednesday, doesn't start well for you. It's gloomy, it's unhappy. The planets there are to make you frustrated and a bit depressed as well. And so all these difficulties build up in the morning, afternoon and early evening period. You have to be careful that you may miss deadlines at work or you may miss out opportunities in business because you'll be moping around, not happy with this, not happy with that, trying to put the blame on everybody else. That's what happens when this planet comes along. So tell yourself that you have to make every hour count of this 8th of November. And so if you put your shoulder to the wheel, if you make your attempts to get what you want, you will still manage something. Some past news may come to disturb you, or somebody from the past may contact you or meet you and you are not happy. This kind of depressing stuff is also seen. Now, the evening and nightfall period does improve quite a lot. Many emotional planets are there, so they are good for socializing. So plan your socializing. But remember that this planet of the earlier part of the day that brings depression and frustration and delays and such things may be still active. So double check all your plans that you have made for the evening nightfall session, because this planet can make them postpone, can make them cancel, and the frustration will still be there in the evening nightfall period. I like your evening nightfall period good enough. You can meet people, you can socialize, you can get ideas, you can do a little bit of bonding. Let's go to November the 9th, and that's a perfectly 24 hours again for you. Starts very nicely, you get good news at your place of work, you get good news in business, you get plenty of support in whatever you try to do, and a lot of opportunities are waiting for you to go and get them. So this is a day where you have to be active, send emails, make phone calls, ask favors, and you will be seen to be in the limelight and you will be seen to get all the attention you need. It's a very powerful morning, afternoon and evening period. It's so powerful that sometimes you overreach yourself, sometimes you demand things, sometimes you come out very blunt, and that's because you want things done. Take the soft approach and you'll get much better effort and much better good news from these planets. Evening and nightfall period, excuse me. Evening and nightfall period is also very good. Now, the whole day is packed with energy. So two things I immediately want to ask you to control. One is a short fuse that you might blow up now and then. And number two, it's a tendency to dominate and take control. Of course, you're doing this for the right reasons because these planets are all very friendly. But then others may find that you are taking too much control, you're being too stubborn, you're showing your temper, and of course they will back off. And you are not Superman or Superwoman to do everything yourself. So take the soft approach throughout the whole day, morning, afternoon, evening, nightfall, and you will get a lot of favors, a lot of attention, a lot of support. All right? November the 10th, which is a Friday, starts very well. It produces many opportunities at your place of work, at your business areas, go out for lunch, bond with the people who matter to you. There's a lot of good news waiting for you as well. You seem to be in the limelight. Your horoscope is very strong. But there's one lonely planet who is also circulating around the morning, afternoon and early evening period. This is the planet that makes you impulsive, that is very fast moving, so makes your actions too impulsive and quick, and therefore you can lower your guard and say things and do things which attract problems. This planet is not very strong in the morning, afternoon and early evening period. He creates little pockets of problems, then moves away. But during the evening and nightfall period, this planet drops anchor and says, right now I'm taking charge. And this is the planet of upsets which come unexpectedly, difficulties which come unexpectedly. So the danger of accidents comes to mind as well. Not only physical, but emotional and mental accidents as well. So many things are waiting to go wrong, a little bit in the morning, afternoon, early evening, but more so in the evening itself and the nightfall period. If you don't have to socialize, just go back home. Be careful that your reputation is at stake in the evening nightfall period, so be cautious of the company you keep and what you say and what you do. Saturday, November the 11th starts nicely enough for you, but there are planets which are very emotional, and these emotional planets, they take your focus away on what is important to do in business or at work. And they make you infatuated to things, infatuated to people, so you are dreamlike, you are moody, you are oversensitive, you are easily intimidated. All this is taking place, but it's a working day, and you are paid to work if you have a job, and you cannot afford to do that. So concentrate on what's important, or you may miss deadlines and you will get to be blamed, and then emotionally you will not be happy. Evening and nightfall period, a very fast planet joins in. And this planet can cause accidents which could be more emotional than physical. And this planet can make you make mistakes where your planning of making a date, at what time, at what place can all go wrong. So double check all the plans that you make in the evening nightfall session. It's not a punishing planet, but because it moves so fast, you will have a tendency to be hasty, impatient. You will say things without thinking, do things without thinking. This is what this planet does. And so you want to control it by going slow. Slow down. These are the two words to repeat to yourself on these days. Slow down. That allows your brain to wake up before you want to say anything or do anything. And you will have much more control during the evening session especially. Well, I'm already Skyping, and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session with me. And this Skype session will be concentrating on your next 5 or 6 years in all areas of your life. And I will ask for your date of birth and your time of birth, and I will ask to see your palms. You can send me your palm prints by email earlier so that they are much more sharper and more accurate to read. But I will also ask to see your palms while we Skype as well. I will face read you as well, and while we Skype, and if you need me to use Kabbalistic Tarot, I will do that as well in the 90 minutes. And this will cost you only USD 50. And go to Skype, go to Facebook, send me a message, or send me an email, and let's make contact, and let's get down to getting your next 5 or 6 years as best as possible. Until then, thank you and good luck.